hookers, I offer the following heartfelt sentiment. You can all suck it!
So I located some of the witnesses from this event who saw Kurt Cobain on the night he died, and I questioned them, and I was able to record some of this testimony, and I look forward to making it available to members of the public so that they can judge for themselves. There are some questions that still remain about the death of Kurt Cobain, but I think we will be able to answer many of them in the coming months, and I think it's going to be a very, very interesting experience for everyone. Thank you.
What amazes me, and maybe it's going on and we're just not aware of it, that Courtney Love hasn't filed the lawsuit against Tom Grant, because this is pretty strong defamation of character here.
I'm surprised by that also. I don't know what the answer is to that. I talked to Detective Jimmy Yoshida today, who's a friend of mine. He's been a long time retired, but I still talk with him.
And he was just to recap, one of the original detectives.
He was the original detective, and his partner, Steve Kirkland, has passed. And he says that Courtney was great through the whole time. I mean, it was trying because she was calling us a lot, or not. I'm not saying us, not I mean me, but calling the detectives and the sergeant quite often, and crying. And they say we're just working the case. It's fine. And then I think by the time it was already out that it was a suicide, or the medical examiner already said it was a suicide, the cause of death, and they were still talking. And I believe she came in out of town once again for the Seattle Center reading. I don't know, it's a celebration of life or what they called it at the time. But Jimmy said to me that one thing that upset him, because they were talking with Tom Grant at the time. Jim and Steve were talking to him and consoling Tom Grant, because Tom Grant's gone up saying, I should have went up there and looked in that. There's something I could have did. I could have found his body earlier. And they're saying, hey, you didn't know the layabout? And he goes, well, even though it's a big building, I don't know why he didn't go up there. But once again, it's dark and raining. They're saying it's not your fault. Nothing was going to stop this from happening. I mean, if the guy's going to go up there and commit suicide, even if you found the place, he's already been dead. So that got Jimmy a little upset that later on he heard that. Once again, I don't know where they heard this from, but that Tom was saying, I was telling these detectives, take it real slow. It doesn't appear what it is, and you got to be really cautious. And he's going, this is the guy who was practically in tears on the phone, asking us, for forgiveness. Not asking us for forgiveness, but telling us how he made the mistakes and
consolation. That's what he was asking you for. He was asking for consolation.
Yeah, you did nothing wrong. You got hired. You went out there, you're doing your job, but now trying to draw all these conclusions that you're drawing. Oh boy. So Jimmy was a little upset by that, but once again, he's way past that now.
Yeah.
Some assignments are tougher than others. This is one of the toughest. This is attending the Kurt Cobain Memorial at Seattle Center. Some 10,000 people in this area. It used to be the site of the World's Fair, right underneath the Space Needle. And they've come here out of grief and frustration, some of them out of anger. Anger at being abandoned by one of their heroes. But everybody came for one reason, to pay their respects to Kurt Cobain. And yes, there were eulogies. Yes, there were people from all walks of life. Whole families were here. But it wasn't until a tape was played from Courtney Love that literally the place and time stood still.
I don't really think it takes away his dignity to read this, considering that it's addressed to most of you. He's such an asshole. What you ought to say, asshole, really loud. I haven't felt the excitement of listening to, as well as creating music, along with really writing something for too many years now. I feel guilty beyond words about these things. On our last 3 tours, I've had a much better appreciation of all the people I've known personally and as fans of our music, but I still can't get out the frustration, the guilt, and the empathy I have for everybody. There's good in all of us, and I simply love people too much. So why didn't you just fucking stay? So much that it makes me feel too fucking sad. Thank you all from the pit of my burning, nauseous stomach for your letters and concern during the last years. I'm too much of an erratic, moody person, and I don't have the passion anymore. And so remember, and don't remember this because this is a fucking lie. It's better to burn out than to fade away. God, you asshole. Peace, love, empathy, Kurt Cobain.